motto demands that they give of their best, and what they served up against Sheffield United here a week ago was certainly not that. Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez finding a little bit of room here, going for the early shot. Pickford pushed it away. Raheem Sterling is on to... Straight back to Riyad Mahrez, driven across, oh, and it's hit the bar from no kind of distance. Gundogan against the woodwork. Knocks it around, Luca Dean. Finds De Bruyne, curled beautifully in. Oh. Gabriel Jesus finishes it, but another super ball from Kevin De Bruyne created it. Gabriel Jesus with the finish, but another assist supreme from Kevin De Bruyne. Fernandinho only to Iwobi, and it's come to Coleman, and in! Well, the debate will start as to whose goal that is. Coleman's little dink over Ederson. Calvert-Lewin steered it into the back of the net. Was it already over the line? The goal stands. That's a great ball, Sigurdsson, oh, unlucky. Free kick is whipped in, I've got a hedge, Ederson tips it over, Yerry Mina got his head on it. Maybe should have scored with it. He's not been able to clear it. Riyad Mahrez has it for Manchester City. Great ball, Sterling, oh, wide. That's a huge chance for Raheem Sterling. On its way to Walker. Kevin De Bruyne. It's a free kick. It's going to be Riyad Mahrez. Oh, it's superb from Mahrez. Brilliant, brilliant goal from Riyad Mahrez. Manchester City lead. It's Pickford's side, but he couldn't get there. Almost think this might have gone just over his glove. It's Everton 1. Everton move. Played into Gylfi Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson through Calvert-Lewin. Oh, Ederson to the rescue. What a big save from the City keeper that is. Gylfi Sigurdsson's delivery. Yerry Mina's climbing. Oh, Ederson again. Perez on the turn. And then Aguero, and Pickford's kept it out. Sterling hits the underside of the bar, and then Pickford pushes it round the post, but the goal's given. The goal is given. Raheem Sterling surely puts this game out of Everton's reach. The technology gives the goal, and Manchester City have the win.
Pretty much confirmed by Mauricio Pochettino himself this week, when he said he needs time to rebuild togetherness in the squad. There are two changes to the team beaten at Leicester, as Hugo Lloris returns in goal and Christian Eriksen's preferred to bringing Redmond into it. Ward-Prowse on the overlap. Still Redmond allowed to advance. Chance! Good save from Lloris to keep out Højbjerg. Really neat Southampton move that. First to work with here. 3 in the area to aim for. And Ndombele slightly behind him. And then over the top with the aid of a deflection. Leader's clearance comes to Son, who lays it off for Ndombele. 1-0 Spurs. Well, the celebration looks like a reference to the goal Aurier had disallowed by VAR last weekend. There's no danger of that with this one from Ndombele. They just started to build a bit of momentum, Spurs. Son, who's... Now Bertrand has gone down here. Serge Aurier has already been booked, and he's going to go here. Tottenham Hotspur down to 10 men after half an hour. Serge Aurier with 2 cautions in. Lloris. Oh no! Hugo Lloris! What an absolute howler! And Danny Ings has pounced, and Southampton are level. Would you believe it? He got a couple in midweek, Danny Ings. And this one was absolutely... Son, Eriksen's waiting for it. And on here for Harry Kane. Wonderful goal. Absolutely magnificent from Tottenham Hotspur. Down to 10 men, but they've retaken the lead with a fantastic goal. Well, Kane started the move with that clever nudge in towards Son. He spotted Eriksen, then continued his run. Ward-Prowse. And Boufal is fouled. Son be the man to deliver. And it's a brilliant save from Hugo Lloris to keep him out. What a hit that was from Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse, good delivery. Yoshida's header, fabulous from Lloris. Well, he's edging towards... In from Boufal, and Ings! What a chance, and he knows it. Really inviting. Nice turn. Still Kane. Good sprint that. Good hit across goal as well. Well, 10-man Tottenham Hotspur 2, Southampton 1.
Sheffield United have done well so far. They'll have to do very, very well today to end the league leaders' perfect start. They start with the same lineup from last week at Everton, in which Robinson is the man in the middle. McBurney's heading there himself. Nice, confident approach. Nicely played outside of the boot to Fleck, who's got it through to Robinson. Robinson's shot is wide. It's a bit of a let-off for Liverpool. Up towards Mane, who's found a hole and wandered into it, and then made a real mess of the shot. That's not like Sadio Mane. Lucky. Salah finds Firmino. Firmino to Mane. Firmino. The post comes to Sheffield United's rescue. It was Fleck. Might gain some again here. It's Norwood. And it's shoveled around the post by Adrian. Norwood able to... Fleck's going to run himself. It's Fleck. Super block. The chance is still there for Lundstram. And there's another block from Van Dijk. He's whipped in a good ball. This is Wijnaldum, and Henderson's let it go through, and Liverpool have got the breakthrough. Gini Wijnaldum's strike, mishandled by Sheffield United's goalkeeper. And a number of players in red and white sunk to their knees when that... Salah is in, because O'Connell missed it. Good save, Henderson. That will do him the world of good. That was the game right there for most. Fleck. Look at Leon Clark! That had to be scored. That was the moment for Sheffield United.
A lucky goal, we know that. If it's 0-0, we cannot moan and would not all break.
Tammy Abraham personifies Frank Lampard's trust in youth with 7 goals in their last 4 league games. At the other end, no problems. If they concede, it'll be the first time they've failed to keep a clean sheet in their opening 7 top-flight games in 29 years. In come Alonso, Barkley and Pedro. One change for Brighton. Ibasuma starting for the first time this season. Curled in by Mount. Abraham got the faintest of touches off the woodwork. Chelsea so close. Alonso. Oh, clever ball. Barkley, brilliant save. Beautiful delivery. Aspilicueta. In comes Alonso. Should have scored. He had a right foot. He whipped. It's Chelsea. Here's Stevens. Jorginho pressing high. Likewise, Mount. No, is that a penalty? It is. And Brighton's risky game of playing out from the back has caused them trouble against Ryan. 1-0 Chelsea, calmly done. They've had their penalty problems this season, but not there. For Brighton to get anything out of the game, they have to create history. They have to score at Stamford Bridge for the first time in league football. Looking a little bit rocky, and here's Barkley and Pedro. Ryan saves, and out by Byrne, and Brighton hard pressed. Had Pelone at Fulham, but here to support his parent club, though he had his critics last season. Toes by Montoya. Here's Stevens, good pressure on him there by Matt Stevens, and very, very nearly a second goal for Chelsea. Abraham denied by the goalkeeper. The field. Zate given a freer roll, jinking run, lovely run, and away wide for a corner, and they're appealing for a penalty kick, but not these days. In these days of speedy transition football, Chelsea come again. Willian. Little step over, shot deflected in, 2-0, game over. Went in off Dan Burn. 15 minutes to go. Chelsea 2, Brighton 0. Brighton have been spirited in the last 15 minutes, but they haven't got enough going forward. And Chelsea's first opportunity in a little while. Season. Kovacic, Abraham, who's been quiet throughout. He's in here though, and Ryan just denies him by pulling it away. He's been bright.
Vitality Stadium.
Bournemouth have equalled their best ever start to a top-flight campaign, and that they're unchanged to the 11 which won at Southampton speaks volumes. Callum Wilson has netted 6 times against West Ham. If he's on target today, it would mean he'd scored in 4 successive Premier League games for the first time in his career. On towards Allaire, who is onside. Yarmolenko trying to spin onto his left foot and rifles it into the corner of the net. And a fixture with a history of goals has its first in this one within 9.25 minutes. It's his 3rd goal of the campaign, his 3rd in 4 games actually. Allaire definitely onside, did well to trap it and then find his teammate, who was always going to try and spin away onto his... Now Diego Rico. And it'll reach King! Offside, flags up. Celebrations cut short. Naturally, VAR will check it anyway. Fabianski has already had to come off. And Callum Wilson has fired. Bournemouth ahead past the substitute goalkeeper in the opening seconds of the second half. Well, he's got an extraordinary record against West Ham. It's now the 7th time he's scored against them. He's also now scored in 4 successive... And there's still a long way to go in this game. Okay, it's in! 2 goals in 9 minutes at the start of the second half. And Bournemouth, who trailed after 10 minutes, are now 3-1 ahead in the 54. On towards Felipe Anderson, into the path of Cresswell, 2-2! There was an inevitability that someone would score. It couldn't have stayed at 2-1 with a number of chances created. And 2 weeks in a row, Aaron Cresswell is on target for the Hammers. Well, Bournemouth have missed chances, West Ham have missed... And there's nothing that VAR have seen to change.
Defeat at Arsenal push Villa into the relegation zone. A very different challenge awaits today. Only last week, Burnley's Premier League nous put another newcomer, Norwich City, firmly in their place. A case of friends reunited today. Tom Heaton made 2 side for Matt Targett. Wesley with his arm raised in the middle. It's not him who gets his head to it, it's John McGinn. Scott couldn't keep it down, still been given. It's Harahan who hits. Oh, and it's against the post. Had it been on target. Know the kind of set pieces Burnley are capable of. And it's McNeil who goes for it. And now Burnley have hit the woodwork. His struck the bar after Harahan. Now a chance for Harahan to cross. Wesley missed it, McGinn doesn't, and Aston Villa have the lead. Just waiting news. Oh, here's the fullback, Gilbert. El Ghazi! Oh, that is a wonderful finish. It's a beautiful flowing move from Aston Villa. The cross from Gilbert, swept home on the half volley by Anwar El Ghazi for his second pair, and he's muscled him out of the challenge, and he's got Hendrick to his right. Chance here! What a good challenge from Tyrone Mings. Love to suit Burnley as Barnes tries to muscle his way through. Peters found a cross, and Rodriguez finds a goal. Jay Rodriguez, the substitute thrown on for this second half. And Burnley are right back in the game. Meanwhile, 2 players, one from either team, are down on the edge of the area. Trezeguet instead to the byline. Decent cross. McGinn arriving! McGinn scoring! Well, he was denied by VAR in the first half. I think this one's going to stand. And John McGinn, who was the pick of their players in the first half, coming in at the back post here. Trezeguet with the approach. McGinn unguarded at the back line. Woody's there, and Burnley have equalised. Well, Villa weren't in front for long. Chris Wood, who got his first of the season last week with both in the win against Norwich, starts the move and then just trots into the middle, unguarded, in between Gilbert.
When these two met towards the end of last season, places in Europe and FA Cup finals were at stake. Who would have predicted then that they'd be scrapping at the foot of the division now? One change for Wolves, Diogo Jota misses out with a toe injury, so there's a first Premier League start for 19-year-old Pedro Neto. Connor Cody spots the run of Jimenez, who's onto it for Wolves. Side netting, early chance for the Mexican. Coutinho to Johnny Neto, this is lovely play by Wolves, across, and there's the opener. Matt Doherty gives Wolves the lead against Watford. And Watford just don't pick up the run of Doherty. His second goal of the season. Instead, can they fashion an opportunity? Traore back across, went through the arms of Foster, but Jimenez can't. Here is Traore up against Olivas. Jimenez continuing his run, and a big shout for handball, and not given by referee Paul Tierney. Far post delivery, headed down, spilled by Patricio, and cleverly can't squeeze it home. Far side for Neto. As Johnny making the run ahead of him, Neto might go for goal. Straight down the throat of Ben Foster. Petit, well worked again between the two of them. Doherty's ball in, flicked an own goal. Morgan Gibbs White onto the head of Daryl Janmaat, who can only steer it into his own net. And Wolves double their lead. Well, Watford have been the better side in this second half. Welbeck, space inside the penalty area, good save by Patricio. That's the first time it's opened up for Danny Welbeck in the box in that way. Scored once for Wolves almost a year ago to the day.
Luka Milivojevic makes his 100th appearance for Crystal Palace, having played every minute of the previous 64 in the league. The Palace captain got 12 goals in the Premier League last season, 10 of them penalties. Jordan Ayew has half of the 4 that Palace have managed in their 6 league matches so far. A little short, picked up by Wilfried Zaha, who may have a go from here. It's Zaha! Jordan Ayew wanted... This is out on the return, Zaha. Jordan Ayew. Ayew shot! Behrman got in the way and was able to make the block, but it didn't look like... Gets away from Cantwell. Zaha's ball across. MacArthur, can he set somebody up? That's a penalty! Challenged by appearance for Palace. Milivojevic scores! Not much doubt about that. Beautifully placed penalty kick from Luka Milivojevic. It's the first penalty that Crystal Palace... Norwich can work it wide. Stiepermann to Jamal Lewis. Chance here for Cantwell. What a block from Martin Kelly there. Ayew. Wilfried Zaha. Finds Van Aanholt. Great chance for the fullback. Wilfried Zaha. Townsend. Can he get a shot away? He can! It's a second goal for Crystal Palace. And it surely, at this late stage in proceedings, means all 3 points.
No, but still... Central midfield partnership of Hayden, urged to shoot, and it could so easily have been turned in by Muto. Yeah. Won the day for Leicester. Now Perez. Deep for Tielemans. Angle tight. Oh. And it did look as though it took a deflection. Yeah. He certainly thought so. They're in a tough run of games at the moment. No one picking up Pereira. What a goal! A magnificent run and shot from Ricardo Pereira. He covered the ground, picked his spot, and the Foxes lead, breaking Newcastle's early resistance in some style.
this guy can play.
Tielemans. Chilwell. Couldn't get there the second time of asking, really. Dubravka did just enough. Barnes' ball in. Good goalkeeping from Dubravka. But Pratt back through a crowd. Dubravka did well to get back on his feet. Atsu running at Ricardo Pereira.
Ambitious on the angle.
The signal being given with the bounce of the ball spotted down for Tielemans' delivery. Soyuncu still forward at the far post. When is there for Vardy? Got the angle, but not the elevation.
Yeah.
Longstaff just crowded out of it at the crucial moment. That's a poor challenge on Pratt. The Leicester players immediately take exception, and Isaac Hayden is sent off.
Very early last season, yeah, I remember it. Well, the best result to come out of this was that would be...
Vardy, lovely layoff. Barnes, chance to double the lead. Inches away.
Harvey Barnes had a glorious opportunity then.
For half-time with Isaac Hayden dismissed by referee Craig Pawson for a crunching challenge off for Leicester City then, to get the victory that would take them back into the top three. Spearing it over the top. Vardy continues his run. The angle is tight. That doesn't matter. Classic Leicester City. Getting the ball forward quickly, positively, and doing real damage. Jamie Vardy, 2-0.
Dubravka.
Attempt to win the ball away from Dennis Pratt failed. He's in a good position here. And the deflection spins it in for an own goal for number 3. Nothing that Paul Dummett could do as he tried to block the cross. Wrong-footed his goalkeeper. And even the kiss off the post was unkind. Newcastle concede twice in the space of 3 minutes as he goes from bad to worse. And Ricardo Pereira comes round the back. Didn't dip inside. Leicester in. Brighton. And Vardy. There's number 4. The Foxes are rampant. 3 goals in 10 minutes. Newcastle being dismantled here.
Well, I must admit, since...
Game number 17 in the Newcastle shirt for Almiron without either a goal or an assist. Always space for Leicester's fullbacks in attacking positions. Cross evading Lascelles. And the deflection. 5-0. They set the seal on victory with Wilfred Ndidi's goal in the final minute of the game. The final ignominy for Newcastle United. Another excellent Leicester move. And they end up with a full house. Brilliant performance.